In every garden, there's a quiet moment that transforms into magic, a patch of dirt, a handful of seeds, and the whisper of anticipation. Today is one of those moments. We're diving into a deeply satisfying day of planting zinnias, sun-loving perennials, and giving our salvias the much-needed attention they deserve. It's not just a gardening session, it's a reset, a chance to breathe new life into tired soil and create a vibrant canvas that'll explode with color in just a few weeks. So whether you're a garden veteran or dreaming of your first bloom, this journey is about to inspire you to get your hands dirty and your heart full. As I stand at the edge of our garden row, the contrast is stark. On one end, rows of artichokes mark the boundary of past work. On the other, a jungle of weeds threatens to overtake the open space. But this is where our California giant zinnias will go, a mass planting that's going to transform this chaotic strip into a kaleidoscope of color. The seeds themselves may be tiny, but the promise they carry is enormous. With full sun all day and moist soil already prepared, they'll thrive without staking or thinning. Just thickly sown rows of petals in every shade, dancing under the sun. Zinnias have a way of igniting joy. They're not just flowers, they're fireworks in slow motion. Alongside the giants, we're planting Lilliput zinnias, a compact variety destined for our raised beds. They bring a refined charm to smaller spaces, creating bursts of texture and tone where you least expect them. Between these two varieties, the garden will hum with contrast and harmony all at once. And as we tuck each seed into place, it's impossible not to feel a sense of expectation, because these tiny acts of care will soon fill the air with beauty and life. Next up, the perennials. There's something grounding about adding plants that return year after year, like old friends coming back with stories to tell. Today, we're introducing marshmallow daisies, pure white, generous blooms that glow like moonlight. It's been years since I planted daisies, and I had forgotten how much joy they bring. They bloom all summer, bright and unbothered, a reminder that some things in life are simple and perfect just as they are. We also have two varieties that began their journey from seed, Teucrium and Anise Hyssop. The Teucrium has grown strong and compact, 1.5 feet of dense green that's ready to erupt in soft pink blooms. Meanwhile, the Anise Hyssop needed a little coaxing. I didn't pinch them back early enough, and they grew tall and leggy. But cutting them back encouraged new growth, proof that even missteps in the garden can lead to better results. Once in the ground, I know these perennials will take off, bringing fragrance, texture, and color that pollinators won't be able to resist. As we move through the day, it's these little moments that shine, like discovering a bee completely dusted in pollen or watching a spider explore the camera lens. We even sneak a peek at our pumpkins, which are surging back after reseeding a few hills. The plants are clean, healthy, and pushing upward, a good sign for what's ahead. And when Aaron gets out here to mow down the dry grass between the rows, the whole space will feel renewed, a fresh canvas for this next wave of growth. There's a sentimental spot where we just harvested the last of our broccoli, now cleaned up and ready to become a bed of zinnias. It's more than just a crop rotation, it's a gesture of balance, transitioning from utility to beauty. I add compost and fertilizer, blend the soil, and prepare it for a burst of color. Because gardens aren't just about what we grow, they're about how it makes us feel. And there's something truly special about seeing vegetables make way for flowers, practicality handing off to joy. Later in the day, as the temperature rises into the 90s, we'll return with a hose to make sure the seeds don't dry out. It's a simple but critical act, one that determines whether these seeds become flowers or fade away unnoticed. And speaking of promise, we already see blue wheat pushing up through the soil. That kind of quick germination is thrilling, a sign that what we're doing is working, that nature is in sync with our efforts. By the time we finish, the garden feels lighter, cleaner, more intentional. The west side, once an overgrown tangle, is now a patchwork of tidy mounds and well-planned drifts. There's more to do, of course, there always is. A few gaps to fill, some roses to deadhead, maybe a new pop of white to balance all the purples and blues. But there's no rush. Gardening teaches patience, and today's work has brought us one step closer to that full, blooming vision. And as we put away tools and step back to admire the day's efforts, the satisfaction is overwhelming. Seed sown. Plants nestled into fresh soil. Old blooms cleared to make way for new. It's a rhythm that never grows old. So thank you for joining me today. Whether you're planning your own garden or simply soaking in the beauty, I hope you felt the peace and joy that comes from a day spent cultivating life. Until next time, keep growing, keep dreaming, and let your garden tell your story.